people. Now I got my Facebook family. Hello, gorgeous people. All the pretty people actually speak to me. I speak back. I'm the person that actually speaks back. I want to see you. Girl, I got my eyes on you. So yes, ma'am. Say hi to Rusher. And let me make sure I share it to my stories. That's something I'm trying to remember to do every time I go live is share it to my stories because that will be pretty cool, right? I know, right? Because more people, write this down, more people actually visit your stories than your feed. And so what I've learned is if I can remember every time, share your live to your stories, share your lives to your stories. So I can get more people getting all this goodness because we want to make sure I'm not the best kept secret. Okay, share to stories, done, and done. Let's do that. It's already shared to the public. Other options. What's other options? Probably your groups. Yeah, share to the feed. I'm already in the feed. Share on friends' profile. Share to groups. Oh, share the page. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So we learning all these things. So let me just tell you, that's a business lesson in itself. I am not tech savvy, but however, shared all Tanza shared the broadcast. She my people. Like you don't know, you're my people. If you share a tag, you and I just became besties. Yes, I'm loving it that we are best friends because when I share, you share. That's how we change the world. Knowledge is the new rich. Arm yourselves with it. Knowledge. So it's going to be really easy. Today's Thursday. I hope you're building your businesses. I hope you are reaching out. I got Trinidad on TikTok. I just said, if you got that smartphone, you got the whole wide world in your hand. Girl, the whole wide world. 2.94 billion people on social media. There's no way you can't build a business online, but you got to learn how to market. You got to learn how to brand yourself. You've got to learn how to be social on social media. You got to show up every day. Your presence is needed. And so, yes, faithful friends. Oh, yes, we are friends to the end, my dear. We are friends to the end. And so I just want to tell you how you can show up. And I taught this class maybe a year ago. And I try to make sure that I have so many new followers. I want to make sure we're all getting it. Everybody's getting it. Those who want it, actually, who want to get it. And if you don't want to get it, I don't know. So if you want some motivation, inspiration, and business tips, this is the page for you. So make sure you follow the page so you get that notification. If you're joining me for the very first time, put newbie in the chat. Say, I'm a newbie to Rusher. You're just now hearing the sound of my voice. You are a newbie to me. And then, of course, if you watch the replay, put replay. And so, yes, you're my people. Hashtag pretty people. I know Yvonne got her pretty people tea, PPT. So if you want your pretty people tea, tap my face. Go to my link tree. It says pretty people teas. And so you want to get your pretty people tea. We crown our queens over here. So I just want to tell you, this is important. I was thinking about two things. This is just a story. First of all, if you don't know, I'm Jerusha Wiggins, motivational speaker, radio personality, and business coach in a direct sales business. And I'm personally developing 100 online leaders to do what I do. I am looking for the best of the best. Those women that are hungry, they're courageous enough, they're serious. Those are my people. They want to be the lion that's always climbing the hill. They understand it's going to take hard work. And so I am building that 100 families, changing 100 lives. Yes, helping them, whether they want to earn extra money or an executive level income. It doesn't matter to me, but I want to be involved in 100 families' lives. That is my ultimate dream for my business. Okay, and I want those leaders. I have hundreds of representatives. I want those people that are ready to step up. I'm ready, Jerusha. They're ready right now. So put 100 in the chat if that's you. And then I also help all of you. I don't care what your businesses are. I don't care what you sell. I help you build the business online and offline. So I create what I call double threats. So if you want to be a double threat, hashtag double threat. If you want to be a double threat, baby, go ahead and hashtag double threats. Yes, I love the 100. I see 100 on the tick in the top. Let's talk about it. So yes, so you got to show up. So I'm going to share quickly 7 ways to participate in your life outcome. Write this down. A pretty person is going to put this in the chat for me. So it's so important that you show up for yourself. I think a lot of time when you build a business, you're waiting for other people to help you. You're waiting for other people to say yes to you. You're waiting for other people instead of just building it yourself, instead of seeking the people yourself. When I started my business and they told me, they would say, hey, yes, you would have to talk to you're going to have to talk to 10 new people every single day. Now, I didn't know any better. I think people think you were in sales before. I never did another network marketing and direct sales company. I never was in sales. I never was. And so the first opportunity I heard, I was like, okay, La, what is it? Now, how do we do it? And so I was open to the possibility. I was open to the change. I was open to learning a skill. I was actually open, like I'm not familiar. This is not my lane. My degrees are in communications and public relations. I'm a radio and television girl. So whatever you're saying, I have no knowledge of. So if you're like me, right, you're starting from scratch. I was starting from scratch. Did not know anything about anything. And so I'm the type of person that I'm a visual and auditory learner. I'm not a reader, okay? So that means I need to see it. But if I see it and baby, I get it, I'm going to perfect that thing. And so I need you to do it for me. Like my son, he'll say, just do da 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 da. I'm like, nah, I need you to come over here, click the buttons so I can see it. So when I see it, I can duplicate it. And so if you saw my broadcast yesterday, we talked about duplication, having systems that duplicate. If your systems don't duplicate, you cannot grow a bigger organization. And so you got to have systems in place. If you missed the broadcast yesterday, go back and watch the broadcast. And so if you are anything like me, I know people have online classes. My son did that. I like to be in the classroom. I'm going to need you to write that on the board. I'm going to need to give examples. I need to see all of that. Anybody like that? If you are a visual and auditory learner, you're like, yes, Jerusha. Now, this phone on Instagram is about to die, and I don't have the cord. I don't know if my son, Evan, I don't have the cord for that phone. So I can see it's about to die. And so I didn't charge the phone Instagram. I'm so sorry, Instagram. Let me see if my son can come fast enough and see if we can get that one charged before it actually dies. You want to make sure that you are showing up every single day and your systems are duplicatable, and you want to have ways that you participate in your life story. And so I was listening. No, we were taking my son to school. A part of why I started my business, and people ask me, why would you leave CNN? It only was time freedom, which is a big deal because I'm not getting any more time back. None of us are getting out alive. This is the only time that we have, and everybody has an expiration date. So I figured at the time I needed to be present as a mom. So I decided, let me start this business. And that's what I did. I did not quit immediately. I don't tell anybody that. Yes, I have support. So I had all the things. I actually worked till I was able to transition, and I did. Now, so I did it for a time freedom. Obviously, my why has changed. They say your why should make you cry. Write that down. Your why should make you cry. What's the reason that you're doing whatever you're doing? Why are you trying to build a business? Why is that important to you? At the time, it was important to me that I was able to turn my son over. He wasn't crawling and walking, and he had all his therapy. And so I needed to be present, right? And they said he was going to be delayed academically. I was like, no, sir, let's not even put that over him. And so I knew it was going to take more than, a therapist 2 or 3 times a week. This is an everyday process. So I was committed. So I was on a YouTube live with Tanae Costley, if you missed it or whatever. And we were talking about, I was telling her most people are interested. They're not committed. Those are 2 different things. You might be interested in writing a book. You might be interested in starting a nonprofit. You might be interested in having a women's shelter. You might be interested, but are you committed? You might be interested in having an online business and creating and monetizing, but are you committed to doing? So the moment we start telling you, these are the things you have to do to actually get it, then you find, Instagram is gone. Then you find that, most people are just interested. They're just interested because interested people do it when it's convenient. Committed people do it when it's an inconvenience. You better write that down. Said Jerusha said, interested people do it when it's convenient. Committed people do it when it's inconvenient. So was it an inconvenience for me working a full-time job, a toddler? And so it was it was for the whole family. We all felt the challenges. Okay. So I think you should decide, am I committed to really building an online business? Am I committed to marketing and branding myself? Am I committed to changing my life story? Am I committed to the process? Because most people will not commit to the process. And that's where your commitment is. It's not to the outcome, it's the process. Because what if you don't get it in 3 months? So you quit. Oh, I didn't get it. I didn't get a customer in a month. Oh, I didn't get a customer. I quit. So that's just interested. That ain't committed. So committed is I will until. Write that down. Committed is I will until it happens. And so it's not probably going to happen in a month. This is not a get rich quick. It's get rich eventually. And most people want the microwave success. But baby, you're going to be in that convention oven and it's going to take a minute. That's what's going to happen. And so here's some things that I do to participate in my life story. Number one, you need some time to think and reflect. You want to reflect and decide, yes, I will until. Yes, thank you for writing that in the chat for me. You need to decide, am I really committed to posting every day? Am I committed to going lives? Am I committed to TikTok? Think about it and reflect on that thing. Like, is this something that I'm going to do? You're the only person to know if you're going to do it. Because reflective thinking is most important. It helps you learn from your mistakes. Okay? That's what it is. It makes you happier. And most of all, it gives you perspective when you reflect. So living outside of purpose instead of living your purpose. Living outside, is that right? Hold on one second. Living outside of purpose instead of living inside your purpose. So you want to make sure that you decide, am I really committed to this thing? I know I signed up. I know I said I was going to meet a lot of people. I know I said I was going to start new conversations. But, today I had a doctor's appointment. And let me just tell you about that. If you take my time class, I'm going to teach a class on real time. I don't want to call it time management because you can't manage time. You can only manage yourself. So I'm going to teach a class on time. How everyone actually, I'm not going to say everyone because somebody's going to say, not everybody. Most people have the time. They don't know how to maximize the time. So we all have the same 24 hours in the day. The beggar and the billionaire have the same 24 hours. And so most people, you're at the doctor's appointment and you say, oh, I had a doctor's appointment. So my thought is, as an entrepreneur, okay, I'm thinking, well, what was you doing when you were sitting there? You got that smartphone in your hand. So I am thinking, as an entrepreneur, you were sitting in that office for about an hour. They set you in the lobby for about a good 20, 30, 40 minutes. What was you doing? So you actually had 20, 30, 40 minutes to market online. You had time to do a TikTok. You had time to follow up. Don't you have that smartphone? I told my son, if you don't use that smartphone, we're going to take it because it's a dumb phone. I'm going to need you to use that smartphone. So everybody who has a smartphone, you have Wi-Fi. In that time, you were sitting in the waiting room. If you're committed, you make it happen. I can guarantee when you sat in that waiting room for 30, 40 minutes, then they took you to a room in the back, you waited another 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes. So you had an entire hour of nothing. Okay? So that is what I'm thinking as an entrepreneur. And so I think that doesn't happen because when you have an employee mindset, which I have, right? I had, it wasn't until I made a shift and said, wait a minute, entrepreneurs think differently. Entrepreneurs maximize their time. I became a professional time thief, right? So wait a minute, I'm committed to this thing. I want a different outcome for my life. This is free time sitting here. And when I hear people say, I'm just wasting time, I'm thinking, what? You got time to waste? Not that you have to be working, but I don't have no time to waste. I'm going to need to be with my loved ones. I'm going to need to be with my children. I'm going to need to doing something. I don't have none to waste. Not 1 minute. I need to be doing something that makes my life better, that I enjoy, that I love. So that's number one. You got to make sure you think and take time to reflect on what you're really going to do. Number two, a pretty person, please write these in the chat for me. That's what you can do for me, okay? Number two, big one, willing to change. Willing is an essential. Change is a necessary part of life. Be willing to surrender what you are for what you could become. Right now, whatever you are, you're always becoming whatever it is that you desire. It requires you to change. Okay? So willing to change. Are you willing to sit at the doctor's office and say, okay, I can message 10 new people right here. It takes about 10, 15 minutes to start 10 new conversations. Okay, I could be loving on people's pages. Oh, I'm sitting in the doctor's office. I'm doing nothing. Okay. So are you willing to take that time to do those things? Oh, you need to create content because we said you need to post every day. Oh, I'm going to take this time and create some content. I'm sitting here. I'm doing nothing. Most people, if they're at the doctor's office, they just are scrolling. Like their mind isn't thinking, this is actually time I could be working towards my dreams and goals. They're actually just like wasting time, seeing who's coming in the door next, scrolling, talking to someone on the phone. I'm still at the doctor's office. The doctor hasn't come yet. And you could be really maximizing your time. So willing to change. That's number 2. Thank you so much for writing this in the chat for me. Number 3, taking responsibility. You don't want your mentor, your business coach to have to ask you, you want to be accountable, but you also want to be responsible first. Accept responsibility for your actions or inactions. And so I work with, over the years, I work with thousands of women, right? And I just hear a lot of people will not take responsibility of their inaction. So number 3 is take responsibility. So if someone says, hey, did you work on your business today? The answer is no. Not that you didn't have time. The answer is no, I didn't work on it. It wasn't a priority today. That is the real answer. Not that you didn't have time. Now, if you're laying in the hospital, I'm not talking about you. So don't message me, oh, I've been in the hospital and I wasn't. That is not the scenario we are going for. We're talking about all of us that's doing nothing. Okay? Now, so you have to say, I need to take responsibility for my daily action. Be accountable for your results and take ownership of your mistakes. It's okay. I make mistakes all the time. I am not talking to just you. I'm preaching to me too, right? Behavior comes out of belief. Behavior comes out of belief. Do you believe? That's why you got to reflect. Do you believe you can build a business? Do you believe you can write a book? Do you believe it? So your behavior comes out of belief. Do you believe I do have the time? Oh, I see it now that she's saying it. Yeah, I could have been doing that. Or you're at, for me, I was at my son's track meet. This is the entrepreneur thinking. A track meet is like 12 hours all day. Why wouldn't I be doing something that's beneficial to my life outcome? He's not running for 12 hours. I don't know these other children. Okay, so what should I be doing with that smartphone? Working, loving on people's pages, commenting, building relationships, getting that money, honey. That's what I'm doing. Discipline means delayed gratification. Even though you don't have the results yet, the fact that you're disciplined with your time is coming. Baby, your time is coming. Whatever it is, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming for you because you're disciplined with your time. It's happening. So write that down. Behavior comes out of belief. Do you believe you can do it? Okay, is this truly your desire? Number 4, write this down. I need you to search your soul and find your deepest values. Okay, you must find out your cause. For me, it is leaving a legacy for my boys. It is spending time with my family. So look at yourself and say, search real deep in your soul and find your deepest values. Like, what am I here for? Like, what does this even mean to me? Okay. See, the maker of an object gives its value. What's your cause? Do you want that nonprofit? Do you want to help women, that's been abused? Do you want to help children in Africa? Like, what is it? What's in your soul to do? Like, what is that thing you're like, man, I hear stories all the time. This is so true. Whenever I hear, okay, I don't know if you know this, but you guys know Shaquille O'Neal, right? I know he's a celebrity, but I'm going to get to somebody that's not. And I like the fact that he gives all the time. I like it. That's my jam. Okay. So it just warms my soul. He goes to Walmart. Whenever he goes to Walmart, he finds a child in the Walmart and he says, hey, go ask your mom, can I purchase you a bicycle? And so he goes and tells the mom, because Shaq said he'll purchase me a bicycle. This is on his show. I don't know if you guys watch him or you follow him. I follow him and all the things. So anyway, he goes to Walmart whenever he does, not like he's going every day, but whenever he does, he chooses a child. He said, hey, you can get any bike in the store, da, da, da. And so they go and the child chooses the bicycle. And of course, when you're like 7, 8, 9, 10, it's like everything, or even 12 or even whatever. It's like amazing that you get to choose the one that you want. I like that he says he just walks up to anybody and does it. That is the coolest thing ever. I'm just like, I want to just walk up to random folks in the store and just be like, how much is everything? Yes. Somebody I want to do it even bigger. Like I want to just walk in the furniture store and the person is just trying to figure it out. I don't know if we can get a couch. I don't know if we can get, I'm gonna be like, get the whole set. It's on me. So what is your cause? Like, what do you want to do? What would bring you so much joy? Is that something you'll work for? I love to hear the story. So I'm on TikTok and was it TikToks or Reels, whatever. And I see this young man. He does it as well. And so I don't know his name or anything. I just happened to come upon it. Then I looked back on his history to kind of see. So he helps the homeless. So if you guys know the story, great. Put in the chat. Yes, you know this person. Yes. So he'll walk up to people that are homeless and he'll ask their story. Like, what happened? How are you homeless? What's the situation? Da, 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 da. Because everybody that's homeless is not on drugs. Like that, you don't know the story. That's why you don't judge. You really don't know the story. So he likes to ask, what's the story behind this? And the people will tell him, whatever. And then he'll say, have you eaten today? Or, what is it that you need? And whatever they say, he provides it. And I'm like, oh, that is so nice. Like, yeah. And so, yeah, he took, one man was, basically naked, and he took the clothes off of himself as much as he could, gave the man his shoes, his jacket. And, I was just like, this is what it's all about, guys. It really is about other people. So it's not the love of money. It's what you can do with the money. It's the choices that you have. So are you really committed to that thing that's burning in your soul that you really want to do? Okay, that was number 4. Number 5, replace limiting beliefs with empowering beliefs. Okay, I need you to replace limiting beliefs, because most people like, I could never get on a live like that. I could never. Yes, you can. Replace that limiting belief with an empowering belief. Like, I can do it. Okay, I believe you can do anything if you're willing to do the work. It can be achieved. So write your affirmations starting with the I am. If you've heard me before, I speak affirmations. Affirmation: I am a woman of great power and influence. I am the top social media influencer. I am developing 100 new online leaders in my organization. I am, even though it hasn't happened yet with the 100, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. She put 100 in the chat. Put 100 in the chat. You want to know about the 100? See how I'm speaking it. It's happening. So you need to replace those limiting beliefs. Everybody, have them. You got to replace them every single day. Say it out loud. A key to replacing limiting belief is being aware. Awareness. Most people are not even aware that they speak like that. And I catch it every time when somebody else does it. I can't. Oh, I can't. As soon as they say the word can't or I will try, I'm like, limiting beliefs. You going to try or you going to do it? You can't do it or you don't want to do it. Those are 2 different things. So you can't change what you don't confront, and you can't confront what you don't identify. So you need to start identifying, how are you speaking over your life? You're writing your life story. What is the life outcome going to be for you? So awareness of, how am I talking? What do I actually believe? It doesn't matter what it is. If you are, trying to lose weight and you're like, oh, I could never be a size 2. You believe that. Whatever, I said this before, and a lot of people caught it. Whatever you speak, you get to keep. Write that down. Whatever you get to keep that. Oh, you're right. Oh, I'll never be a self-made millionaire. You're right. You don't hear people who are, committed saying that. Never. It may not even look like they're almost there, but they still believe it. They still believe it. Okay, so write that down. So you got to be aware of how you're speaking on yourself. So you must identify the problem. Be aware. That's number 6, awareness. And then, number 5. Number 6, write this down. You got me, right? I think it's critical to find a mentor, business coach, life coach, spiritual coach, whatever you want to call the person. Okay, a mentor. I think it's critical to find someone that's in your lane. So I have people all the time message me and they say, I've been sober for 20 years. I can't be their mentor because I can't relate. Okay, so you got to make sure you're finding a mentor that's in your space. She's in your lane. Someone who's doing or has done what you want to do. She's either doing it or she's done it, or he. Every great achiever is inspired by a great mentor. So when I watch certain people, I'm like, oh yes, I just love E.T. Or I love Oprah. Love her. I love her like I know her. Don't know her. Love her. Because I am impressed with her achievements. And I feel like I'm about to be Oprah, girl. Don't even know it. So make sure you're finding someone they've done it and you're able to see what they're doing, or they're doing it. Because I like to find people also, if it's in my niche, like network marketing and direct sales, I want somebody who's actually working. I like the people that have already done it, but I want somebody that's grinding with me because they know the changes. They're up with the technologies. They're in the race. So you need to find that person, because a mentor empowers a person to see a possible future and believe it can be obtained. So a mentor can see something you can't see. So you need that person that's an outsider to look at you and say, girl, you got this. You got so much potential. I'm waiting on you. My potential takes off running in front of me every single morning. I'm always trying to catch up to myself. That's why I don't have any competition. It's me against me every day. And the 7th thing that I can tell you to participate in your life outcome. So these are the 7 ways to participate in your life outcome. Number 7 is replace bad habits with positive habits. Replace bad habits with positive habits. If, like the example, going to the doctor's office and doing nothing as you're sitting there, replace that with a better habit. Like next time I make a doctor's appointment, I'm actually going to prospect 10 new people. I'm actually going to follow up with 10 new people. I'm actually going to ask for the sale. Like I'm actually going to create content sitting there. So you replace that bad habit, because most people don't actually think about, I was just sitting there. Or wherever you are, you're sitting. I had jury duty a while back or whatever. And you sit in this room for hours. Guess what I was doing? I bought all the chargers and everything. I need to bring everything in here, because I know they sit you in this room for hours until they call your name. I'm not twiddling my thumb. No, that's what I'm doing. Working on that commitment. What is that commitment? See, I'm not just interested in helping 100 families. I'm committed to it. So replace those bad habits with positive habits, okay? And you probably want to just choose a substitute for your bad habit and visualize yourself succeeding it, right? So whatever that is. And if you've never thought about that before, man, I never even thought about that time. You see how you got to become a professional time thief? The same thing for me. I teach a lot of my team, if you are folding clothes, maybe listening to some self-development, listening to a training. If you're driving, that's Drive Time University. When I was still working in corporate America, guess what? That was Drive Time University. I was obsessed with listening to speakers, and obsessed with listening to people in my industry and how they did it and their life story. And every time I was in the car, I'm listening and learning. Even if I'm getting dressed sometime, I'm listening to something. That's valuable time. You think you're going to sit down for 2 hours and this is my study time. You're not. Time is just passing by. And so I want you to not just wait to see if you're going to have the time. You make the time. Is this helpful, or is this helpful today? Hashtag helpful. If this is helpful to you, 7 ways to, show up and participate in your life outcome. This is how you participate every day, every single day. Keep your thoughts positive, because your thoughts become your words. It's important that you do that self-talk every day. Every day I'm like, every day I'm hustling. Every day, Gudgery shirt, you got this, 100, all the time. I'm breaking it down in the house. I'm like, we got this. Okay, so you just keep doing it. And that energy is transferable. So when I do talk to someone, they can feel the energy, because I've been doing it all day. Even when you don't feel like it. Guys, let me tell you, just because I'm excited, and I'm always excited when I talk to you guys, I have depression like everybody else. I cry like everybody else. I get upset. I have life challenges just like everybody else. But I choose, keyword, I choose to be in control of my emotions. I choose it. I'm like, I could cry about this. And you might cry for a second, because I will cry for a second. I'm like, okay, girl, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Change it. I'm in control of my body. My body's not in control of me. I'm in control of my mindset, right? You got to retrain the brain. So keep your words positive, because your words become your behavior, okay? And keep your behavior positive, because your behavior becomes your habit. And so once you start utilizing that time that we're talking about, and every moment is a moment, you just got to grab the moments. And so if you're cooking dinner, right, and you need to be in the kitchen because you're stirring up some, I don't know, cabbage or whatever it is, okay, instead of running back to the television like, oh, my show is on, guess what? That's time you could be utilizing. What? Girl, you could have been like, I'm committed. You're cooking and committed. If you would do that throughout the course of your day, oh my gosh, you would see a growth in yourself. First of all, a growth in yourself, like those habits, right? They're positive ones. Then ultimately, you're going to see a growth in the way that you speak. Then you're going to see a growth in the way you communicate with people and how you build your organization. So keep your habits positive, because your habits become your value. And keep your values positive, because your values become your destiny. So what are you valuing today? I value my time with my family. I value that. And that's why I left corporate America for financial freedom. I like spending time with my family. I don't know, people like, I don't know, I just like it. I just like it. I do. My mom, my dad, my sisters, obviously my husband, my children. I love it. I do. I just think it's just great times. We have great times. We laugh all the time. We're silly. We eat. We do all the things. Okay. And I like it. I love it, actually. Okay. So tell yourself, I will win. Maybe not immediately, but absolutely and definitely. Write that down. Say, I will. Say it with me. Everybody in the back. I will win. I will win. Maybe not immediately, but absolutely and definitely. It's coming. It's coming. So participate in your life outcome. You participate. So those are my 7 ways that I participate in my life outcome every day. Every day, that's how I show up. Okay, another day. If you have a pulse, everybody check. Everybody do this. You got a pulse, do this. You got a pulse, you got a purpose. If you have a pulse, you have a purpose. God is not through with you yet. Not yet. Not yet. And so that is how I get myself excited. I'm like, not yet. Not yet. Oh, another day. Not yet. I got more work to do. I got to find that 100. The people that are committed, they're hungry, they're serious, they're ruthless, and don't waste my time, because you know what, I'm not going to let you waste my time. Okay? I can't, because I am on this schedule. Let's get it done. I want to maximize my life as long as I can. I will win. That's right. I will win. I will win. You're going to win. But you got to be committed and not interested. Write that down. You're committed, not interested. Most people are just interested. I the time. Oh, you just interested. Oh, I'm gonna try. You're just interested because you don't try when you want to go out on a date. You don't. I'm gonna try to start dating. No, you do that. I'm gonna try. You don't just try to date. I'm gonna try to go out and hang out with my significant other. You don't try, you do it. Everybody, every woman does exactly what she wants to do. She does. She does. Yes, she do. You're my people. Hashtag pretty people. If this is helpful, hashtag helpful to me. If you want to be a part of the pretty people, get your pretty people seat. Show up every single Tuesday at 1:30 on my business page. I am live just for you. I certainly appreciate your presence. I do not take this time for granted. I don't take you for granted. And that's why I'm always like, I see you. Let me know that you are present. Say hi, Jerusha, in the chat. I will acknowledge you. Aisha's in the building. Yes, I want to see your beautiful faces. I'm just thankful, actually, that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha Wiggins, and I'll see you on the page. Have a great day. Yes, ma'am. I know you tagged and shared this one. I know you did.